David Austin tag off of there. There we go. That's what I'm using today. Okay, as we come onto the patio, these right here, I've got the Jardindale pumpkins and the Tuscan cantaloupes. Hi, it's Sharon from Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Thanks for joining me here today. Welcome back if you have been with us before, and if you haven't, welcome. We garden here in Southern California, Zone 10A, and today I wanted to show you some things that are on my patio, give you an update on some seedlings that I recently uppotted and how those are doing, show you some other things I have going on the patio here, and then I need to take care of a few things today. I need to feed my backyard plants, my things that are in pots, and my annuals, and my Provence garden, and a few other things. So we need to get that done today. And I have 2 new roses. I kind of treated myself for Mother's Day from Heirloom Roses. It's not sponsored. I bought them myself. I bought a Carding Mill, which is a David Austin rose. It's a beautiful apricot peachy color, absolutely gorgeous. We'll get 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. And then I got Lagerfeld, which is a beautiful lavender rose with kind of edging in white. It kind of fades to white, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And that's also going to get about 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. And those are both going to go into large pots. So I need to get those potted up today. And so that's the main thing I need to get done. We did the little tour, and I just want to see what we can get done today. So I hope you'll come along with me, and then we'll catch up at the end and see how we did. Okay, as we come onto the patio, these right here, I've got the Jardindale pumpkins and the Tuscan cantaloupes. 6 of those. We have some basil and some other pumpkins coming up here, and some dill. I'll move things around a little bit. Sunflowers in here. We've got the other cantaloupe and watermelon, and these are the 2 roses. We have just some jasmine and some flowers and things in here. Over here we have plumeria on both ends here. This one is getting ready to flower. Some strawberry mint and some thyme right there. Over here, this is kind of the emergency room for plants that need a little more attention. Not the pepper. The pepper's doing fine. I have some cannas over here. Calla lily is coming back here, which is awesome. We have vincas, which are for my long walkway project. I just planted up this planter here. And then let me show you. Got strawberries here. These were the original strawberries, and then we have the runners that we extended to this pot. Snapdragons and rosemary to be planted. More strawberries. This is the banana tree that we need to get potted up. I have some of the verbena that was left from our long planter project. Some dianthus, same thing. Over here we have the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, which are doing great. And this petunia is my granddaughter's, and I need to get some BT on there because, as you can see, budworms are getting to them. So we'll get that taken care of this week. This is my wrought iron planter, and it was sitting just empty, waiting for me to put something in it. So I got some snapdragons in that. some basil, just some various things I had sitting around, and then I repotted this hanging pot up here. So that's pretty well it. Let me give you, can see kind of a long shot of our patio here. And then some hanging geraniums there. And then of course my son does all the succulents, and so we have lots of those. Because they're all looking pretty good right now. There we go. And then down here, what I'm using today. Both of our containers here. Sorry I'm in the shadows, but I've got to work in the shade here. So Kellogg's Patio Plus, I'm going to split this one bag between these two pots, and then I'm going to put in some cactus mix, which will give it a little bit better drainage, and top it off with more of the patio mix. So let's do that. My son Blaze is going to help me dump the soil into the bins for me. Okay? I thought I was going to take a whole bag each. Look at that. That makes me happy. Perfect. I have some compost. Put that in there. Compost. And then I want to get some of this citrus mix. This in here. And then we're going to finish with some regular potting soil. But let me get this mixed up. Here is our rose. Let's see if we can get this out nicely. This is our lagerfeld. again, this is the lagerfeld. Okay, so we've got the soil ready to go, and then we will give this a really good drink once we get it in there. Let me just see with it in the bag how far down. So we do need more soil in it. That's going to be just right. All right. I'm going to remove the stick. We'll get it back in there when we need it. And let's take a look how our roots look. Cut this out here. There we go. Yeah, see, you can see it's got a nice sandy, gravelly soil here. I'm going to go ahead and backfill this in here. There it is. Super happy with that. I'm going to get some of my cedar mulch and mulch around the top. And as soon as I get the other one planted here, we will give them both a really good drink. All right. There's our tag. Put that in there. Put this out nicely. There we go. They came very nicely packed. Super happy. I have ordered from Heirloom Roses before and had very good luck. Here we go. See? Oh, it's got the David Austin tag here. It's a little dry. I should have watered it again this morning, but there we go. This one I want to go bit. Let's get it in place and then I will get that David Austin tag off of there. Where's the board for these? It's here. There we go. It's off to get that tag off. This is actually my first David Austin rose. I'm excited about that. Right down in there. There we go. Carding mill. I'll put pictures up so you can see what the colors will be. But there we go. And while we've got this all lined up, let's just go ahead and get that banana tree potted up as well. So there we go. Alright, so this banana tree I've talked about before. We had a banana tree and it got dried out and it just, we watered it, it was coming back, and then it just didn't make it. But before it died, it had a little pup. And this right here is actually that little pup. So it was actually in this pot that the original banana tree was. And then when it dried out, I actually came and it just came right out. And so this little pup was left in here. Now when I plant it, I am going to adjust it so that it is put in there this way so that it can grow. Here we go. I thought I was going to be using more for the roses. Okay, so we have our banana tree here. I've got the soil removed here, and I'm just going to try to loosen this a bit. I think we're going to be able to get this out. Get it down. Here we go. There it's coming. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so what I want to do is try to get this situated as best I can in the middle of the pot so that it's growing. There we go. Actually, that looks pretty good. We just need to fill in around it. Get handfuls out of here, then I can dump it. And again, this is the cactus and citrus mix for good drainage in here. All right. This poor thing has needed to be planted in here for at least 6 months, probably longer. And then we'll get it set up on water line. I'm not going to water it because, again, I watered it really deeply yesterday and today so that the roots are good and soaked, and then the potting soil I was using is also good and damp. So it's fine for now. We'll get it in place. The water line will go off in the normal schedule and it will be just fine. I think it's going to be really happy in its new spot. Right. Well, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so glad we got these things done. We got all the plants in the backyard in the pots and the veggie garden and all the rest of that. We got those fed today. And you got a tour of the patio and the update on the up-potted seedlings. And then finally, excitingly, we got the 2 roses from Heirloom Roses potted up. We've got lagerfeld and the carding mill, and then we got our banana tree potted up. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much for joining me here. If you'd like to see more gardening content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you'll know anytime we post a new video. And if you know somebody who would enjoy this, send it on to them and share, please. And we'll see you next time here on Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Bye, guys.